Sono afghano, ho preso un nome, non c'è casa.
Abdul Basir Amiri is a 24-year-old Afghani political refugee. It took him 4 years and the crossing of 10 countries to reach Italy. Today he lives at the number 19 of this street in Porto San Giorgio city centre. Because he experienced domestic violence in the past, witnessed the death of his father at the hands of the Taliban, and lost his mother and siblings during the journey, he started suffering from hysterical attacks, depression, and suicidal tendencies. Porto San Giorgio SPRAR coordinator and educator Sibilla Frontoni told me that speaking directly to Abdul about his story could upset him.
La storia di Abdul è una storia che porta con sé dei traumi.
Abdul's story is filled with severe traumas that are extremely difficult for him to relive. If a person he doesn't know asks him about his past, which is very traumatic, there could be a chance that his inner balance would be destabilized. That balance is frail, but has to be respected.
Even if Abdul experienced serious mental issues in the past, thanks to the SPRAR's assistance, he's now progressively getting better.
Aveva agiti di autolesionismo abbastanza importanti e quindi ha avuto diversi
He had manifested grave acts of self-harm. And during the first period, he was admitted in a psychiatric structure multiple times. There, he was diagnosed with hysteria. We tried to contain his inner self, and this worked. His crises occurred less often, his school attendance became continuative, and also his psychiatric therapy has been reduced. He is progressing, and I believe that Abdul will be fine.
Io penso che Abdul ce la possa fare.
Porto San Giorgio is one of the 534 Italian districts that is taking part in the SPRAR project. The town is currently hosting 5 male refugees and is specialized in the reception and integration of individuals suffering from mental distress. Porto San Giorgio SPRAR General Coordinator Alessandro Fulimeni explains how this project works.
Il ragazzo arriva, gli viene spiegato innanzitutto il contesto.
The person arrives and is given an explanation of the context he will live in. He will sign a reception contract and subscribe to a regulation we will give him, a sort of charter of rights and duties. After that, we offer him a series of services that include intercultural mediation, medical assistance, literacy, which is very strict. The individual has to attend 10 weekly hours of Italian language course, vocational training courses, internships, and eventually a work placement.
All'inserimento lavorativo.
Abdul's case shows that Porto San Giorgio's SPRAR project is efficient and truly capable of helping those refugees present in the area. But do residents know that the town is hosting them?
I knew about it, but only because of the internet. We wouldn't have known otherwise, since nobody told us anything.
I don't know precisely about it. I know that someone is working to help these people, but I don't know where they are and what they do.
Yes, I am aware of political refugees being in Porto San Giorgio.
No, I really didn't know about it. I'm not really aware of it.
Yes, by chance though. I became friends with one of them and he told me he's a political refugee.
A large part of the community don't know about these refugees. At the local town hall, Mayor Nicola Loira says the SPRAR project works.
La stragrande maggioranza dei cittadini non conosce nemmeno.
The majority of residents aren't aware of the situation because these refugees are completely integrated into society. People don't know and don't talk about them because the integration project works.
Se ne parli poco è perché funziona.
Since February 2015, Porto San Giorgio SPRAR project has been collaborating with local charity Associazione di Striscio. Through the years, this association has been organizing events to raise awareness among the local community of issues related to migration. Its project coordinator Maria Yolanda Dezzi believes that there should be more communication around SPRAR's work.
Purtroppo funziona così in ogni dove, non solo a Porto San Giorgio.
Unfortunately, it works like this everywhere, not just in Porto San Giorgio. When things go wrong, they become of public domain, whereas when things go well, nobody talks about it. It's the duty of those who organise these kinds of projects to push the issue towards the people through communication. But because there are so many things to do, often communication becomes secondary. I, however, believe that communicating what is done is fundamental. We can do so much, but if we don't communicate it to the people, it's like we haven't done anything at all.
Ma quando non lo si comunica è come non fare nulla.
Alessandro Fulimeni agrees with Maria Yolanda Dezzi's view and adds that the SPRAR's team has indeed still a lot to do.
E lì bisogna lavorare molto sulle tematiche appunto della...
We have to work harder on raising awareness and bringing knowledge and insight to this issue because we live in a context where prejudice, xenophobia and racism tend to strongly emerge.
Il razzista tende ad emergere con prepotenza.
Porto San Giorgio Councillor for Social Services and Youth and Educational Policies, Francesco Gramegna Tota, says that the local council is planning to organize social events during the summer so that residents and refugees will come together.
Durante l'estate avremo modo di organizzare ancora delle manifestazioni.
During the summer, we will set up events where we will bring the cultures and stories of these refugees to the residents. We will try to further integrate refugees with the individuals living in our town via block parties and street festivals. We will find a way to organise these initiatives.
In qualche modo cercheremo di organizzare questo tipo di iniziative.
But how will residents react to these plans?
I think they'll be unresponsive. I mean, I know how people of this town are, and I know that they don't care very much about these individuals.
Vedo una chiusura proprio mentale.
I see a mental closure. Residents are creatures of habit. They're a bit driven by selfishness. They want to stay within their own little garden, and it's not important to them to see what's outside of it.
L'interesse a vedere quello che c'è fuori.
Maybe there will be disinterested people, like in every community, where you find people that are more or less interested, but there will be for sure people who will care about this issue and give their contribution.
Porto San Giorgio SPRAR's work proves that the integration of political refugees and their mental recovery can be achieved. However, only when its work will be completely acknowledged and become part of the community's domain will it be truly successful.